I'm Ben, and welcome to Team Haunt's first episode from our archives. Footage before we really knew how to film or edit. The Hannon Playhouse paranormal investigation took place one night before it closed down forever. Let's take a look.
If you'd like, you can move the ball that's in the middle of the stage. If you are a kid and you just want to play with something, we can see it. And if you move it, push it across the stage, just do whatever you want with it, and we'll see it.
Camera states at 17:38 now.
This way? Yeah, what do you mean?
It should be like way farther into the recording.
What do you mean? Did it stop and restart again?
It's 17:48. So if we turn to a group form here, it will be mapped out.
Oh my God! Whoa!
Turn to a group form here, it will be mapped out.
Oh my God! Whoa!
The reason why it's periodic and we don't know exactly when.
Did I just hear a knock?
The reason why it's periodic and we don't know exactly when.
Did I just hear a knock?
Last time I was here, I connected with a little girl.
I'm here with Tally in the attic, just doing a quick EVP. If there's anybody up here. I'm here with Tally in the attic, just doing a quick EVP. If there's anybody up here.
How old is the building, and can you tell us some of the history?
Okay, the building was built in 1911, and it was a Polish hall up until the late 50s. What happened while it was still under construction, though, is a man who we call Oscar, but I don't think that's his real name. He committed suicide right up there when the building was being built, and he fell to the floor right below. So a lot of people feel a lot of stuff over in that area, and I've heard him, and I've seen him a couple times. So in the late 60s, the Will Players purchased this building, and we've been doing plays in here ever since. So that's over 50 years of plays we've done. I've seen Oscar a couple times. I saw him when I was directing a show up here that I wrote, and I can't remember, about 8 or 9 kids sitting on stumps around a half circle, and then there was a fire there. So we're in rehearsal, and the night before I heard Oscar behind me over my shoulder, and I just kind of turned and looked at him because I couldn't see him, but I could hear him, and I knew he was there. I could feel him. So I just smiled at him, hey, it's cool, just please don't cause any trouble the next day. He did. He went running down the middle of the aisle. The kids were in that half circle. He went running up the stage and around and mugged between 2 of the kids at me. And I could see a little bit of his lapel. That's about all I could see. But he touched both those kids. And, it was disruptive. Everybody stood up and jumped up. And actually, the girl that he touched could see him coming right up the aisle because I saw her watching him as he was going all the way around her. And then he ran off. Now, that happened twice that night. Later, I got the kids calmed down and we continued with rehearsal, believe it or not. And then I jumped up on stage to give some notes, and Oscar was over there, and he ran. I don't know why he runs from me, but he ran back towards the dressing room. And that little girl ghost, she kind of likes to hang out. There used to be a red curtain in front of that. And I remember one time I was walking back to sit, and I heard her giggle. And by the way, another girl heard her giggle on the same night, one of the cast members. And I saw that curtain kind of move back, like she was peeking out the curtain and Another time I'm sitting in that same chair, and this little girl whispers in my ear. And I couldn't understand what she said, so I turned real quick, to ask what she said. There's nobody there. So that was a little bit.
So Chelsea, I'm gonna ask the producer if she has any questions.
I think we've had quite the experience tonight. I don't know if I have any questions left because we asked a lot on the stage. We asked as we went this time, which is something we don't always do.
Yeah.
Have you had many experiences with ambient music playing back in the building?
With what?
Ambient music.
Oh, no. That's a new one.
So tonight was a first.
Yeah.
And that was 3 times.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I mean, I had a lot happen, and I heard so much, like I would hear whispers in my ear, and then I'd turn and there'd just be no one, or I felt like chills come up one side of me, and then I'd feel like a breeze, and then I felt so much, I felt people touching my back a lot, especially when we were right here on this stage. I felt like there's one point where I heard footsteps up this hallway, and Charity and I turned around to see it, and then like a second later I felt something on my back, like
Unique experiences this evening, Ben.
We did have an experience. We went up to the attic, like the upper room, for about 5 minutes. We weren't even up there very long, and we did an EVP, and we were just asking if we could get a sign because it was like the last night, and we had something like get thrown up there. And that was pretty weird. And we have the recording of it too. We were sitting there and you just hear like a bang. And the other thing is it was really faint. I couldn't tell if it was like actually there, but it almost sounded like there was like really like deep breathing happening in the recording. We're gonna have to go back and look at it, but it really sounded like there was just a presence there, and it was like just a sound that wasn't like in the air. So that was pretty